can come and if it's Lagos you want to stay, have a good time and go back. So yeah, if you're coming to Nigeria, it's still okay, come. For those who want to come for 30 December, come. Just know the flashpoints where not to go. It's that simple. This insecurity was here when you guys came last year. So yeah, let us tell the story well so that we don't scare people. If you're coming for 30 December, I hear people come. Just like do your research. If I'm going to any country, even if I'm going to Zanzibar, I do my research before I get on the plane. So I know where not to go. Even if you're going to Rome, you will still do your research and know where not to go, because it's Rome does not mean that they don't have the bad guys there. They do. If you're going to South Africa, you know where not to go to. That also should apply in Nigeria. Like, there are people who genuinely come to Nigeria, have a good time, and go back. You see, while I agree that these are challenging times for Nigeria and Nigerians, especially putting into consideration a lot of things happening, but you see, it would be unfair for us to generalize, to think that it's everywhere, or to say that it's everywhere that people should not go to. Like, it would be very, very unfair. So I'm just using this to say that it's very important. People who made plans to come to Nigeria know the flashpoints. There are flashpoints. You see, North, it's obvious. Like, if you're going there, maybe you have families, like people who are Nigerians, you have families, you have to be strategic on how you move. But if you want to generalize and make it look like it's everywhere, it's unfair, because it's not everywhere. This may not be the time for us to say, oh, some places are not everywhere, but it's also very important we put it out there that is not everywhere. Like, apart from all these pockets of things you will say, maybe robbery and all of that happens everywhere, you can't come out and say there is Boko Haram in Lagos, or you cannot say that, or Ogun State. Like, you cannot say that unless you're not being fair. So for you to come out and say they are bombing, or they are going to kidnap students in schools in Lagos, we've not heard of that. So it's not okay to generalize. So I saw this post that this lady made on social media, and it gave me some sort of, I had to respond to her saying, oh, thanks for this, because the way people make it look like it's everywhere, and please don't come for me saying that is this what you'll be talking about, your country is burning. Yes, for some people, because of this insecurity, we should not even say any other thing, any other good thing happening in Nigeria. We should just turn insecurity. Miss me with that. I'm not, this is my channel. If I decide to want to bring in party here on this channel tomorrow, it's none of your business. If you want to keep reporting insecurity, because I see a lot of them come here, tell me, hey, now is what, this is the things you're supposed to be reporting. I will report it, because I will be doing my country injustice if I don't report it. And I will go back to my regular programming, which is to report the positives about my country. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. If we have any need to report anything that is not pleasant, I will do that. So be ready that I will be mixing it. It's none of your business, because in my comments, it's not your especially people from Ghana. A lot of them, I'm gonna just see say Nigeria just they suffer. Because if you see the comment, and most of them is from them. Now you're supposed to be reporting things about your country. If you leave them, make we just report negative about Nigeria. Nothing positive happening in Nigeria. You understand? Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Osih-Oyelude. Thank you so much for joining. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. So let me quickly read the story that I saw online that inspired this video. Like, it was a tweet, somebody tweeted. The person said, I just came back from Nigeria and it was an eye-opener. As someone who works in the media and who launched a media venture to challenge stereotypes and counter dominant narratives, I didn't think I would be affected by all the negative talks that preceded my trip. But sadly, I did. The moment my friends and family learned I was traveling to Abuja, I was bombarded by the advice to be careful. Don't walk on your own. avoid strangers, etc. These phrases would have been okay had they been the same one I would hear when announcing I would travel to London, Paris, or any other European capital. But they weren't. When I tell my friends and family I'm traveling to Europe, I'm swamped with requests for shopping and other expressions of excitement. This time, it was all sign of worry and genuine concern. When my flight landed in Abuja, I found myself growing a bit anxious. But the moment I stepped out of the plane, I realized how silly I was and was actually upset I let stereotype get to me. I was greeted with welcome ma as I walked through the tunnel. At immigration, I was greeted by a very warm female officer who commended my hair. That made my day. As I waited for my luggage, someone approached me asking if I needed help. And as I walked outside, looking for the driver who was supposed to pick me up, someone asked if I had his number so he could call him up for me. I've been traveling for most of my life. I lived in 5 different countries across 3 continents, and never in my life have I experienced such warmth and kindness in other foreign countries. I spent lovely 3 days in Nigeria. 2 of them were fully occupied with the first African Solution Journalism Summit. I will write, you know, I will write another post about that. And the third day I spent exploring the city and buying lovely artifacts and enjoying plantain chips. We need to import these in Egypt. Hosting more international events in Africa must be a priority. We Africans should travel more inside the continent and tell each other our truth. I'm so sorry I let stereotype affect me even for a second. Thank you, Nigeria, for being so warm, kind, and hospitable. I will definitely be coming back. Dina Agbauhazala, founder and CEO, EGAB. Now, when I read this, it warmed my heart. I was happy that, for a minute, um, a foreigner came and had a good experience. Now, some people might argue that, oh, all those people who wanted to help, they will want to help you and you give them something. But hey, if they help you, if you still don't give them anything, they will keep it moving. They will not say anything. But that is not the point. If somebody helps you to carry a bag and you part away with maybe 500, 1,000, what's the big deal? And if you tell them, oh, sorry, I don't have, they will still tell you, thank you, and they will go. Yes, they might be doing it for 1 or 2 change and all of that. But that is not what she's seeing. She's seeing the people who are even offering to do it. And you see Nigerians say, oh, because they want 1 or 2. Like, are you guys serious? So you guys just think that, oh, you just step into Nigeria and then the Boko Haram people that went to churches will come and meet you at the airport? Like, there are people who genuinely come to Nigeria, have a good time, and go back. All you need to do is know the flashpoints and don't go there. If you go to South Africa, you know the flashpoints and you wouldn't go there. That's the truth. Now, we should be very deliberate in letting people know where not to go. Because the story out there is like the whole Nigeria is burning. It's not. It is not. Let us hold our story. Let us tell our story. Yes, who want to come and help us? They will come and they will go to the part where the problem is. You will not come out and say you need help. You want to help Nigeria and you come to Lagos and be helping. No, Lagos does not need that help. Port Harcourt does not need that help. Boko Haram help, Port Harcourt doesn't need it. Delta State doesn't need it. Abuja doesn't need it. There are areas that need that help. Now, don't get me wrong, every part of the country needs security. But if we are talking about the peculiar matter at hand, the situation we are dealing with at the moment, we will be lying if we say that it's the whole Nigeria that's experiencing this. Because then you're not being fair to those who are really experiencing this. If somebody who is sitting in Lagos will say that, hey, Boko Haram, Boko Haram, it is different if you want to lend your voice to call for support for them and security of everywhere in the country. But if you want to come out and pretend like it's the same level of insecurity they are experiencing, you're experiencing in Lagos or Port Harcourt, you're wrong. You're lying. You're lying. Hey, we all need the security. Don't get me wrong. Just like every country, they all need security. Don't get me wrong. I am just saying that if if it is not the peculiar kind of insecurity that is happening in the north, we will know the kind of security we are asking for. But the kind of security we are asking for the north is not the general security of like you need in Lagos. You need, it's not. Well, those ones, they are dealing with terrorists. They're like, it's a peculiar situation. It's not the same thing in the west or in the south. It's not the same thing. And you see, over the years, they have restricted, yeah, pockets of things here and there in the other part of the country, but they have largely restricted that terrorism, going to school to adopt, going to church, they've restricted it in the north. That is why a lot of people are angry with our government that these things that there is a situation, they are situated somewhere. This kind of insecurity is situated somewhere. Thankfully, it's not everywhere in the country for you to say the country is so big that you cannot handle it. That it is situated. It is a northern problem. So that's why the kind of solution would have been like easier to sit down and figure out, since it's a particular region experiencing this kind of insecurity. And also we'll continue to appeal to the leaders of that region. Let them really, be willing to help. Because some people, like I did in one video, it don't turn office for them. So there is business there. So they will rather that kind of insecurity continues, because it is giving them money, but they are forgetting that their people are dying. So yeah, let us tell the story well. Yes, we all need help. We need help, but let us tell the story well, so that we don't scare people. If you're coming for Dirty December, I hear people come. Just like, do your research. If I'm going to any country, even if I'm going to Zanzibar, I do my research before I get on the plane, so I know where not to go. Even if you're going to Rome, you will still do your research and know where not to go, because it's Rome does not mean that they don't have the bad guys there. They do. So that's same that those ones are saying that if you're going to go to, if you're coming to, if they say if you're coming to Nigeria, don't go to the north, I will not even have a problem with it, because yes, there is a peculiar situation, but Nigeria is far, far bigger than just the north. We have 6 geopolitical zones. Nigeria is way bigger. There are other places to go to, other than, if you don't want to go to the north. If you say that, okay, you don't know where is safe in the north, there are other places to go to. You can come, and if it's Lagos you want to stay, have a good time and go back. So yeah, if you're coming to Nigeria, it's still okay. Come. For those who want to come for Dirty December, come. Just know the flashpoints where not to go. It's that simple. This insecurity was here when you guys came last year. It was here. So it has always been like that. You understand? It has always been like that for the north. Sometimes it will be piped down a bit. Sometimes it will be, very loud. Sometimes it will go down a bit. Like this period now that is loud. Sometimes you'll not hear it again. You think that they've tackled it, and then it rears its ugly head again. So all I'm saying is that when you came last year, it was there. It's just having a very serious media attention now. So yeah. So if you still want to come, you will have a good time in Nigeria. Just know the flashpoint or the areas not to go to. It's that simple. It's that simple. So I've been seeing a lot of people saying, don't go to Nigeria for Dirty December. I will say it. Yes, I know what is at hand. I know the problem we are facing. If you want to come to Nigeria, come, but I will tell you, just know where not to go to. If you're going to South Africa, you know where not to go to. That also should apply in Nigeria. If you're coming to Nigeria, just know where not to go to. It's as simple as that. So, Nigerians, let's tell the story the way it is. It's not everywhere that Boko Haram is. It is not. It is very important that we study clear the areas having these problems. Let us situate it proper. That is not to say we don't need security in every part of the country. Every country, everywhere in the world, they all need security. But it's very important to situate where this particular kind of scary insecurity is happening. If you go to anywhere in the country, they will tell you also there are places where you shouldn't go to. So that's just all I'm here to say. Let us own our story and let them know that it's not everywhere that has this challenge. Do we need help? Of course we do. But let us be clear in this. Let the facts be out there. Let us say the story well the way it is. Not because we point it and make it look like the whole country is burning. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I see you again in my next video. Bye for now.